Hello everyone and welcome to Glorious Crafts. My name's Gloria. If you're new to my channel, welcome and please subscribe. If you already are subscribed to my channel, thank you very much for coming back and seeing all my creations. If you have anything you'd like me to make or would like me to try to make for you because you don't know how, let me know in the comments. So today I'm going to be making these paper flowers. These are hydrangeas out of coffee filters. So you need 8 coffee filters to make one of these poofies, but you can't do 8 due to the fact that it'd be too hard to cut. So you're going to take your coffee filter, 2 of them, fold it in half, fold it again, fold it again. Then you're going to get your scissors and you're going to cut from the top because you want a stem. So you're going to cut down, but leave yourself some of the stem. Then you're going to fold it in half one more time. So it's going to look like this, and you're going to cut right here, leaving yourself, as I said before, a stem. Okay? So, when you have this like this, we're going to put it aside, and then we're going to continue till at least we get 8 of these. So right now we have 2. So you need 2 more coffee filters, which is what I have, and I'm going to fold it in the middle in half. Then I'm going to fold it in half again. Fold it in half again. And when you fold it this time, this is when you cut down the closed part, not where the point is. We need a stem. So cut down, fold it again in the middle, and cut again. You can open it up to cut if it would be easier. But as you notice, it's pretty thick. That's why you can't do 8 at one time. Unless you are extremely strong, I cannot. So now we have 2, 4. I had already done 1. That's 6. I need 2 more to make 8. I'm just checking to make sure I have 2. So, one more time, fold it in half, fold it in half again, fold it in half again. This is when you cut. So on the 3rd fold, you cut. Down the middle, fold it again, and cut. One thing I like about making paper flowers is you don't have to be perfect because they're flowers. I keep going out of focus, like range, sorry about that. So, what you need now is a pencil, and you're going to have your little cone-shaped coffee filter, and then you want to draw petals, okay? So for the petals, you just want to do 4 petals on here. Here's one. I don't know if you can see that. with a pencil. Hope you can see it. And then do another one. So here's the second petal. Here's the third. And here's the fourth. So this is what it should look like. Now you want to do you want to help him get a stem, him or her. So I'm going to draw down so I don't cut right here. I want to be able to cut here, but not here. Okay? So here's your petals. So now I'm going to start cutting. And it's kind of tough because there are only two, but you've folded it over and over and over again, which creates a problem. So just take your time. If you can, pull out some of these. If you can't, there you go. So I had pulled them out. Then you want the definition of your leaves as you cut it. Strong little bugger. There we go. Now, looks kind of like a little butterfly. So when you open it up, you have all of these petals. Okay? Now, these two are stuck together, so I'm going to cut down the middle. So now they're not stuck together anymore. So you can use one of these as a template on your coffee filter, or you can just freehand it like you already did. It's entirely up to you. But I want to show you another way to do this. While I showed you this one, there's another way to do it. Okay? There's no right or wrong way. It's your preference. So, for the next way to do it, what you do is you take your coffee filters. We're going to go with 8. We're going to get back to the other one, by the way. I just want to show you, as we're going, how you can do 2 different ways. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe that's 8. Now, could be more, doesn't matter. So, here's my coffee filters. Now, what I want to do is paint them first. So you need some bowls with water. You could use food coloring. I could not find food coloring, so I have acrylic paint. I have purple, pink, blue. These are the colors I have. Now I'd like them not to be dark. I'd like them to be light. That's why I have the water. So I'm going to add some purple, just a little, inside my bowl and mix it around. Then I'm going to add some pink to the other bowl. Now I'm sure when you've seen hydrangeas, they have a little bit of green in them. So there is some green in mine. And what you could do is paint your coffee filters with green first. And I'm going to show you that. So I have a bunch of coffee filters I had painted green. And I'm going to do some pink and some purple. This might seem confusing, but I promise I'll explain it as we go. So I want to go with purple first. So I'm just going to paint, or if you don't want to paint, fold it up, take it just like so. And this is an easier way, but some people like to have more control over where the color goes. It's not very dark, as you can see. You can barely see it right now. You can add more paint. You're going to add more later anyway. And then here's the pink. Folding it in half, dipping it in. Pretty watered down with the green. So here it is with the green. It has some pink and the other one has some purple. So I'm going to show you what it looks like if you did not paint it green. So I'm going to take a handful of the coffee filters, fold it, and I'm going to show you how it looks when you don't have it green first. I'm going to fold it up and dip it in. See how much purple you get when you don't have the green on there. And it's lovely. Okay? Now I'm going to show you some pink. I'm going to take a handful. Folding it up and put it in the pink, and it absorbs the color and everything. Okay, so now you're going to need a cookie sheet, which I have right here, and you're going to take light colors and lay them out onto your cookie sheet. And you're going to bake them on 350 degrees for 30 minutes. But we're not done yet. We have to get back to our other flowers. So that's one way to do it before we put it in the oven. Now to get back to our little flowers that we have here. You could do with a paintbrush, just like so, and it'll run because you have more control, or you could just dip it in. I kind of like when I'm doing this with the flowers because they're so delicate, the petals. I like to do it with my paintbrush. I don't like dipping it in because it's too thick and it would be all soggy and it'd be hard. So I enjoy doing it this way. Now when you're done the one side, you want to turn it over and make sure that the other side is done to your satisfaction. If you want darker purple, you just add a little bit more purple and add it to the tips. And then you do it with the pink. But when you're done doing this, you're going to put it in the oven. So this, and as you can see, the petals break off. That's why I like the other way better. But this is what it looks like. Okay? So I'm going to go put my stuff in the oven and be right back. So while the leaves are drying in the oven, we're going to do, not the leaves, the petals, we're going to do leaves. Okay? So you can either paint it all green or not. I'm not going to paint it green till after I cut them out. So basically, you just want to draw a large leaf. I don't want to waste my paint, so that's why I am drawing them before I paint them. So I'm just going to draw 2 on here. They kind of look like rabbit ears. I hope you can see that. And then I'm going to cut them out. I have quite a few here, so I'm going to cut them out. I'd like them to be a darker green. So there's my leaves that I have so far. They're right here. And then I'm going to I'll show you how to fold them to get veins in them once they come out of the oven, because they have to go in the oven for 30 minutes or less, because right now the petals are in there and it's 30 minutes because of the fact that there's so many. So, and then what I'm going to do is move my trash and take my green paint, which I believe I got this at the Dollar Tree. It's a very dark green. And hopefully this will come off. There we go. That's very, very green. So I'm going to see if I can use what's on here to paint my leaves. So you just want to paint your entire leaf with green. You can add some water if you'd like. It's entirely up to you. I think I'm going to get some water to make it. Oh, I'm getting green everywhere. I am greened everywhere. So I'm going to add a little bit of water in here, and it might be easier and faster if you dip your leaves to paint them. So I believe that's what I'm going to do, because I'll be here for days. So I'm going to just dip it in with the water and make sure both sides are painted the dark green and make them all wet. And then do the other side. So just make sure your leaves are a dark green for your hydrangeas. So I'm going to paint the other ones, and I'm going to go put them in the oven. So while my leaves are in the oven, here's how my petals have come out. They're not that bright. And here's some more. So what I'm going to do is, like we did in the beginning, I'm going to take 2, fold it in half, fold it in half again, fold it in half a third time, and I'm going to cut right here. Fold it in half one more time and cut it again. You can see some of the pink, but we're going to fix that. So we cut it again. So now we're going to draw the petals on. So very simply, you just do a petal. They don't have to be perfect. It's okay if they're not the same as the last one. Draw the stem, and this is what it'll look like. Now I'm going to cut it out. With my ceiling fan, they kind of fling away. So, and we're going to make these a darker color, and they'll have to go back in the oven. But right now, we're doing this because every time you add color, you don't have to put them in the oven. You can just let them dry, but it's faster if you do put it in the oven. Trying to get that little piece off. It's not that easy to get off. There we go. Okay, so this is what it should look like. So when it's done being cut, you want to unfold it and make sure you have cuts everywhere you need them. So you want it in half, just like this, and put it aside. This is the one with the pink. You can barely see it. But I'm going to show you what you need to do. When we're done, I'm going to show you how to fold them again. So fold it, fold it. I'm going to cut right here. Fold it again. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you cut it then or you cut it now because it's the same fold. Fold it again. And cut from the top. Can you see the pink? More so on this one. You're going to do the same thing by drawing your petals. I'm trying for fluffier petals. And then you want your stem. And it's not perfect. And now I'm going to cut it. So now that you know how to cut them and draw your petals, I'm going to show you what to do when it's not dark enough. So I'm going to finish this, and then I'll show you how to fix your paint or your food coloring, whatever you use, to make it a little darker. Okay. So this piece is still here in some of them. Gotta get those little guys out. They're really stuck there. So it's not pink enough the way I'd like it. So I'm going to unfold it halfway. Make sure everything's cut. Down here is not. So take your scissors, cut it wherever it's not cut. So it's in half. So what you need to do now is, since it's pink, I'm going to take my pink water, add a little more paint to it, take my paintbrush, mix it up. You need 8 to make one little ball for the hydrangeas. So now what I'm going to do is I'm laying them on top of each other, and I'm going to add the pink to the petals. As dark as you want, as light as you want. Just have fun with it. Or, if this is taking too long to get both sides and get them all done, scrunch them up, make sure they're all facing it down, and dip them in to get them the desired color you like. Now these are going to have to go back in the oven because now they're darker, which is the colors I want. Now if you see some that are not as dark as you'd like, you can paint them. They do tend to stick together, so be careful pulling them apart. But here you go. Here's a darker pink. So these can go back in the oven. So while everything's in the oven and everything, I'm going to show you how to cut the leaves. So you're going to take your green leaf. You're going to fold it in half. Then you're going to get your scissors and you're going to go down your leaf, just like this, cutting through the leaf to make little ridges on your leaf. Okay? So when you open it, it will look like this. They have little grooves in them. Now, to give it veins, you fold it in half, then you fold it. You're doing like an accordion, back and forth. You're going to continue to fold your leaf, back and forth, and back and forth. And then when you open it up, it'll have lines in it like a real leaf, and the little frayed ends, and you open it up, and here it is. Here's your leaf. So your leaf, you do this to all your leaves. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how to put this together. I have purple and blue flowers. So what you do is, some of these have fallen off, but I'm still going to try and use it. Maybe not, no. So here's this one. It's folded in half. So you unfold it and you lay it down. Then you take the next one, which I'm going to go with blue, and I don't want the petals exactly in the same spot, so you put it down next to it. And then I'm going to go with purple, and then I'm going to go with blue. So that's 8 total. Okay? So all of them are going different ways. So what you do is depending on what side you want on the outside. I believe I'd like the blue on the inside. So now I have my 8 together, and I don't have all the petals going the same way. So you're going to need your glue gun, and what I do is I fold it in the middle, just like this, okay? And then I'm going to start wrapping loosely from the one end, just making it a cone. Make sure it goes all the way down. See how it's wrapping? Right like that. It's wrapping, wrapping, wrapping all the way around till you get to the end, and then you need to put glue here. So you need 8 in a bunch. When you put it in the oven, it's for 30 minutes on 300 degrees. It might take less than 30 minutes. It depends on how big your stack is. So now I have a little cone. So what you're going to want to do is squunch it up, just like that, and then fluff it up to make it look like a snowball. Squunch up the outer ones because there's some falling. Squunch them up, and then move the leaves around. Open it up, make it look the way you'd like it to look, and then I have this dowel cut down a little bit. You could paint it. I'm not going to paint it. I'm going to use the tape. This tape must be old, so it doesn't really adhere. So I'm going to use my glue gun. So at first you're going to want to cut a hole in the point, just like this, right in the middle, okay? Then I'm going to stick my dowel inside, gently inside. So here's what it looks like on the one end, and the dowel goes all the way through, and I don't want it to, so I'm going to get a little bit of glue and glue here, and then I'm going to take my floral tape and go all the way down my stick, adding leaves and more of my hydrangea. You can put as many as you want on the stick, but I absolutely adore hydrangeas. I think they're very, very pretty, and I love the puffiness that makes them look like a snowball. So pinch it so that it's nice and secure on your dowel. Okay. Then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my dowel right here. Take my floral tape, and this will also help secure your flower better also. If you want, you could put glue in the middle. I might have to do that, but as I'm wrapping it down, I'm pulling it tight, so that is also helping my hydrangea bud. So I'm going to glue a little glue right here, because now I'm going to add another flower. I don't know exactly where I want the flower. I might want it right next to this one. I am unclear. Let me see. Yes, I like it just as poofy. So I'm going to cut a piece of this off, just like that. Add some hot glue and glue it right next to it. I love the fullness of hydrangeas. I think they're just, I'm sorry, I can't tell you how much I love hydrangeas. So you're going to have to hold it till it gets secure with your hot glue. So now I have two, but it actually looks like one. So I'm going to glue in the middle of the two right here to make it more secure. I think they look better, fuller. And I might end up wrapping more tape around the top, but you want to wait till it's secure. Squish it up, because you can always fluff it back out. Then I'm going to put another one on this side, so I'm going to add glue here and down here to add the other one. You definitely want to fluff it up so that you can see your whole hydrangea flower. You also want to make it sturdy on your stick. I just think it's adorable. So I'm going to keep wrapping around my hydrangea all the way down my stick. I'm going to have to make it more sturdy on the top where I added the other flowers. But right now I am just covering my stick. Being careful not to burn myself. Done that way too many times. So all the way down my stem. And once I get to the bottom, I'm going to add some glue. And make it secure. And cut off the piece that's there, the extra. Put some more glue on the bottom. Pull. I'm going to put my other thumb protector on because I definitely don't want to get you burnt. And tighten that up. Okay. Now, gave it a little time for it to adhere, so I want to make sure this one seems to be floppy, so I'm going to add some more glue in the middle of that and roll it. Burn my finger. Jeez Louise. I'm going to add some more flowers to this. And I'm going to add some leaves. So, I have 8 of the purple right here. Again, I put the leaves staggered different ways. I'm going to fold this in half. And then I'm going to gently make a cone all the way down. All the way down. And then I'm going to add some hot glue right here. Squish it up, puff it out. Look how gorgeous. Squish it up, puff it out. Now that that is together, I don't know if you can see the other colors in there, different colors, and I think it's very pretty. I believe this needs more, so I'm going to put one right here. Taking this and putting it right in here. You can make a topiary just out of hydrangeas. Kind of looks like that's what I'm doing, but I need another one in here, a couple more in here I think, and just want to get it tight and secure. I need another one around here, and I just think this is lovely. So absolutely in love. So I'm going to fold some more, put it together. I have the leaves, so I'm going to put the leaves on right now. Adding glue. I'm going to stick it on this way. Okay. Then I'm going to stick another leaf up top, closer to the top. But I'm gluing it to the dowel. I'm not going to really mess with the leaves right now so much because I'd like to add some more of my hydrangea, because this is coming out really, really awesome. You can also take your floral tape and go around your leaves also. But now I have two leaves. This one is not secure yet. Two leaves on my dowel. And my beautiful, beautiful fluffy hydrangea. So I'm going to add another hydrangea over here and probably some more because I think this will look lovely in a vase. So I will work on that now. Okay, I have this gorgeous, gorgeous jar, and I decided that the one poof that I made is going to stay the way it is, and I'm going to make other poofs, but I'd like to decorate my jar. I have this adorable ribbon with little bunnies on it and stuff, so I'm going to wrap that around my jar in the middle, and then I have lemons on this, and I'm going to put that around the top here. Okay, so things are blown away because of my fan. I'm going to take the paper off. I think this is adorable, and I am going to put it right around the middle of my jar, just like this. Okay, and I'm going to cut right about here and hot glue this on. It's wired. cute little bunnies on it. So I'm going to have this little guy in the front, and I'm going to glue my ribbon on. Careful not to burn yourself. Push it down, pull it tight, and I'm going to, oh, my flower bud petal things is going away. And then I'm going to glue right here. Can you see that? I don't know if it's in the way or not. I keep moving everything around. Sorry about that. I have some wispies. Cut them off. I'm going to add a little more glue right here and cut that wire off. So I'm going to add a little glue right here so that that stays down. And then I want to add some right here. Okay, now I want to show you how gorgeous this will turn out with the green and the purple on the outside. So I have my 8 layers together. I'm going to fold it in half. And then you roll loosely so that it gets fluffy. The looser it is, the bigger your flower will be. Okay? So I'm going to put some hot glue on it. Just like that. And this is what you have. So then you squinch it up and puff it up. And isn't that lovely with all the different colors of the purple and the green? It looks just like a hydrangea. So I have a flower on here. I'm going to stick this flower, I already did my stick, right here. And then I'm going to stick another one on the other side. So I'm going to hold that until it adheres. Daggone it. Burn my fingers. I have finger protectors, I just forget to wear them. So here it is with a pink and purple one. And then I have almost the exact same flower for the other side. Here it is. I already made it. I'm going to definitely stick both finger protectors on. And I'm going to stick some glue right here. Lay it down and adhere my flower right on here. So it makes it poofier. And then I'm going to take my 2 leaves and I'm going to adhere them to my bunch, my little bunch of flowers, which is 3. I have 3 on here. I'm going to give this a little bit more glue because I burnt myself, so I stepped away from holding on to it. I burned myself a lot. Poofy them up. Hold on to it. And then I'm going to stick one of the leaves on this side and one on the other side. So we're almost done. So one here. I'd like it sticking up more, so I'm going to put some more glue and hold it. And then I'm going to put some more glue on this purplish green one and hold it. Because like I said, I burned myself and kind of walked away. Not really, but gave up. Then I'm going to do my next leaf and put it in here. Hold that on. And here it is. Now my vase, I put the little bunnies around it and the lemons, and then I filled it with the glass beads, and this is what it looks like so far. And then I'm going to add these delightful ones in there also. So now I have a bouquet of hydrangeas, and I think they are absolutely stunning. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed day, and I hope you will come back again to see what else I create. Bye!